Here's a memorable moment from the Adam Carolla Show's Ace Awards archives.
Does Jesse ever have casual conversations? Like, was he, if you're hanging out with his friends and one of his friends says, Jesse, do you think you like some dinner? Jesse would be like, I solo was at that apparatus in mall show.
That apparatus.
I solo was at that apparatus in mall show.
I forgot how much it made me laugh.
The 2025 Ace Awards, coming this December. Now back to the Adam Carolla Show.
Mayhem's in studio. He's got the news. What do you got there?
Yeah, well, Hunter Biden gave an unhinged interview, says his father's on Ambien before the disastrous debate, and he defends his painting sales.
Oh, all right. Well, let's listen to the Ambien
Yeah.
excuse, which is kind of like the Twinkie defense, if people remember that, although you're probably too young, Mayhem.
I do recall this, yeah.
But this is probably more far-fetched than the Twinkie defense, and I got some timelines and dates I'll explain to you, but here he is. Here's his
He's
first.
81 years old. He's tired as shit. They give him Ambien to be able to sleep. He gets up on the stage, and he looks like he's a deer in the headlights. And it feeds into every story that anybody wants to tell. And Jake Tapper with literally how many anonymous sources. If this was a conspiracy, Andrew, you know this, somehow the entirety of a White House in which you literally living on top of each other has kept their mouth shut about, like what? And what's the conspiracy?
Yeah.
That Joe Biden got old? Yeah, he got old. He got old before our eyes.
Yeah, except for Andrew, he missed the whole travel part before then. So we'll have to find...
No, it was in there.
There's a clip of him saying he was traveling around the world.
Yes.
And then the game Ambien, that's what it did. So we'll find that clip just because the whole reason we're setting up our points here, Andrew, is because we're making the point based on what he said, which we didn't hear there. But we'll hear it. It's out there because that's why. Cuts are weird because there's lots of clips floating around, and there's some of them are a little truncated, as they say.
Yeah, he did mention earlier in there that they were jetting all over the world, and they had pumped him full of Ambien so that he could sleep.
Well, there's a couple. Let's break it down.
He did a lot of rambling.
Yeah, but okay, let's just play it. Sorry, see if we have it.
I know exactly what happened in that debate. He flew around the world, basically, and the mileage that he could have flown around the world 3 times.
Yeah.
He's 81 years old. He's tired as shit. They give him Ambien to be able to sleep. He gets up on the stage, and he looks like he's a deer in the headlights.
Right, so he flies around the world 3 times. Okay. He went to Europe. First off, Joe Biden, okay, let's just break down what it's like to fly on Air Force One versus like when... you're doing Spirit Airline, I'm doing Southwest, right? First off, there's no security, there's no waiting in line, there's no taking the shoes off, there's no pat down. The plane leaves when you get there. So the first part of travel, is, believe you me, I was in Milwaukee last week, and I was in Milwaukee 2 days ago, and I said to Mike, August, I said, can you drive me to the airport in the morning? And he goes, yeah, I'll drive you to the airport. And then later on, he goes, geez, I got a 6 a.m. flight. And then he goes, Rudy, my opener, he'll drive you, and he'll pick you up at 7 in the morning in the lobby. As a matter of fact, I just said to Rudy, I got an 8:30 flight. How long does it take to get to the airport? He goes, I have 20, 25 minutes. I said, all right, I'll just meet you at 7 in the lobby. I got there back to my room at midnight because I did shows that night, set the alarm for 6:15, got up in the morning, met Rudy down in the lobby of the hotel at 7, jumped in his car, drove me to the airport, got to the airport, dragged everything, checked a bag, went through security, and then found out the flight was delayed an hour and just sat there in Milwaukee in the airport. Okay, that is not Joe Biden. Joe Biden has a bedroom on his airplane. Yes. Probably a waterbed. FAA can't allow that. But the point is I am guessing that the President of the United States has a full suite.
Oh, yeah.
A full suite and a full slate of servants and food and whatever you want. Okay, so you got whatever you want. So travel for him is not travel for us. No babies crying, no person behind you trying to get the tray table down and jostling your seat. Nobody wakes him up. When Joe Biden falls asleep on an airplane, nobody wakes him up and goes, sorry, I got to take a piss. I got to get by. No, you get waken up because the guy against the window has to take a piss and he's got to get by. Okay, so his travel, here's the thing about travel. Travel is aggravating and it's tiring and it's frustrating and it's confusing, but not when you back out all of the airport security, wait in line. Sir, this credit card won't get you into the Centurion Lounge at Denver. This is the wrong credit. When you babies crying, people jostling, when you remove all that, you just go Air Force One.
No lady going, take your shoes off, but leave your hat on.
Right. Okay, none. I had a guy swear something was in my back pocket when I went through security. I was like, there's nothing in my pocket. I had to do the backhand.
Listen here, Ace, every time I go through that thing, I've been waiting to tell you this, they rub me down.
Well,
and last time I got angry, I said, yeah, go ahead. Just go ahead. But I've been to prison before. Just do it. Just do it. And he's like, hey, be respectful. I'm training him. So those two guys rubbing my junk. All right.
So here's the whole thing. President Biden traveling. By the way, Trump never claims he's, sleep deprived or tired or on the wrong side of the date line or whatever.
Fired up on them oranges.
You can sit on your airplane if you're coming back from the Middle East or coming back from Europe. If you want to sleep for 9 hours on the airplane and you're on Air Force One, you will have a bedroom in the air for you to sleep in and whatever food waiting for you when you wake up or before you go to bed. So travel and beat out is not Europe on $30 a day.
But think of all the points he's missing out on.
Yeah, he's just missing out on points. So he went to Europe June 4th through the 9th, and then he went June 13th through the 15th to Italy. But the debate was June 27th. So meaning he hadn't flown internationally for 12 days. And then he went to Camp David and he prepped for the debate for 6 days. 6 days he was in camp, sleeping all day with all the amenities and all the people who are there to support him, diet and exercise, and all the chefs and everything. 6 days. Since 6 days he's at Camp David and 12 days away from the last time he was sleeping in Air Force One. So don't give me the fucking Ambien excuse, you retard. But the guy's, Hunter Biden's a sociopath. But the thing is Joe Biden's a sociopath that dumb people don't know is a sociopath. He is a sociopath, and Hunter's a sociopath. And by the way, when you interview these guys, could you do a halfway decent interview, like going, what do you mean they gave me Ambien and pushed him on stage?
That guy is from All Gas, No Breaks, the show that was just him interviewing drunk people and then editing it to be really funny. So I'm not very surprised.
All right. He wasn't on Ambien. He was back in the States for 2 weeks, and he was at a retreat prepping for a week before this. So don't listen. You could have been in a horrific motorcycle crash, and okay. I said to Drew. I said, Drew, you could have recouped enough to do a debate. You know how many times I've fucking flown over and did whatever. You give me a 1 hour nap and a shower, and I'll go up on stage and I'll debate anybody. So don't give me that 6 days, not enough Ambien bullshit. But God bless him for lying for his
I would say, I would expect my son to step up,
I would be nice if my son would lie on my behalf. I don't think he would do it, but I think God bless him. But anyway, so being at Camp David, living in luxury seclusion and preparation for a 90-minute debate for 6 motherfucking days while someone's back in Washington, D.C. working the auto pen, and you call that traveling around the world 3 times, given Ambien and pushed on stage? You're a fucking liar. I'm just saying we have to call people liars.
Wait, you're saying that Hunter Biden is not a reliable witness?
I'm just saying everyone's got to call him a liar. He was lying. It's like he's just lying. That's all. I know in his scrambled fucking drug-addled
He thinks
brain.
he's telling the truth.
No, I don't
know the fervor with which he was spouting this. I don't think he's really aware of how time works.
All right. Anyway, what's the next?
It all smeared together. Hey, Trump's on some weirdness right now. He threatens to block the Washington Commanders stadium deal unless the team changes it back to the Redskins.
I like the logo. Well, first off, whether you're Nebraska or whether you're Wisconsin college or whether you're what are they? The Washington Commanders.
Yeah.
You just putting the fucking initial that the state starts with, that's not a logo. Do you know what I mean? That's not a logo. I need a logo. I need a fighting Irishman.
Yes.
Who ironically have no logo on their football helmets. But I just mean, I want a demon deacon.
Yeah.
I want a red raider.
A
you know
blue
what I mean?
devil. Yeah.
A blue devil. Like, I want to see something.
Right.
Just what's our logo? I mean, it'd be like someone going, where's your business, Adam? Glendale. What's your logo going to be? A G? I don't know. I got a friend from North Hollywood. He just uses an N. No, you got to come up with something.
Yeah.
The Redskin logo was cool. And then they just got rid of the Redskin logo and they just put a W.
I know it's anecdotal, but the only Native American guys that I met said they loved it, and they're like, "Yeah, that's our football team." Like, well, okay.
That's
anecdotal
agree.
though.
So here we go.
A lot of liberal angriness.
The Washington whatevers, according, and also it's a weird. Okay, but here's the other thing too. We are in a place where we're in a cop-out world right now. What's that mean, Adam?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'll fill you in. It's so easy to offend so many people and cultures and groups that when you go, we got to name our team, you go, just pick something kind of generic and, kind of middle. Like, it's not going to be fun. It's just going to be kind of generic and boring because what we can't do is offend this group or offend that group or do whatever. The logo with everything. So we get this sort of milquetoast, trail mix version of life where it's just like
totally.
You know what I mean? It's like when you have a couple vegetarian assholes and you're ordering pizza. You're like, I want the meat lover, and it's like Ann and Steve. Just get a regular cheese. Everyone goes, well, I don't really like it. And they go, yeah, I know, but it's Ann and Steve, and they're vegetarian, and
so everyone's dragging us down to the vegetarian level.
Yeah, just get the basic one that nobody really likes, but they'll eat it, and you get free pizza, so it's still pizza, but it's not the one you wanted. But we've dumbed it all down because we don't want to offend Ann and Steve over there. So it's like just have the regular, and you go, well, I like sausage and pepperoni. Yeah, I know, we all do, but there's Ann and Steve, and they're vegetarians, so we're just gonna name our team the Commanders because everyone's okay with that. I mean, and that's how we end up in this place of like.
Yeah, you figured it out.
Right. All right. So bring the fucking logo back.
Yeah, the Washington whatever should immediately change their name back to the Washington Redskins football team. There's a big clamoring for this. Likewise, the Cleveland Indians, one of the 6 original baseball teams with a storied past, our great Indian people in massive numbers want this change to happen. Their heritage and prestige systematically being taken away from them. Times are different now.
I'm going to say this about
I'm working on it.
Yeah. The American Indian culture. Fucking Daryl Hammond just threw up on the way home. He's like, oh! I didn't even know why. All right. Here, can I say this? And listen, I have many, many indigenous friends. Many. So I say this from great love. Great love. Because I know many. I know Squanto, and I know Dancing Bear, and I know them all. Zorro, the gay blade. So, Chief Running Bear, I know well. I know a lot. I'm very friendly with that community. Here's the problem with the American Indian community. You ready?
I'm ready.
If all your stuff is like Jeep Cherokee, we name SUVs and mountain ranges and football teams and, Florida State Seminoles stuff. If we name shit after you and that shit goes away, the Cleveland Indians, all that stuff, and you didn't do anything else in this world, then you're gone. So meaning you could go, well, you know what? We're going to take Tesla away from Elon Musk and remove his name from all the history books. And I'll go, all right, well, I still do SpaceX. I still go to outer space. And you go, oh, that's something. All they have is their SUVs and their team names. It's not like American Indians are making big contributions in today's world. If American Indians, if the Iroquois tribe invented SpaceX, then we'd go, all right, they're getting plenty of publicity, and it's good publicity. If you just went, get rid of Elon Musk and put indigenous Indian people in all his endeavors, the boring, tunneling, Tesla, SpaceX, Neuralink, or whatever like that, you go, all right, well, then take the names away. They're on to the future. They're on to the next thing. They don't have a next thing. They have a past. This is their past. There is no American Indian, unless I'm missing something, but it's not like, well, the guy who's a heavyweight champ in the UFC is American Indian guy. I'll tell you what tribe he's from. And then the guy who came up with Bitcoin, that's another guy from another tribe. And then the other guy just set the record in the 440 freestyle. That guy's American. If we just went on.
Well, America wiped them out. So
yeah, I know, but there's nothing. There's no future.
I see.
The future's a reservation, diabetes, alcoholism, and abuse. And it's horrible. So without that, all we do is have a rear view mirror. We just look at what was that. Every single thing, it's like, these were proud warriors. They fought the whatever.
I believe there's still a proud culture, I don't think that, man, diabetes, you painted a bleak picture there.
Look, but we fucked them up. But my whole point is if they're on to a whole bunch of shit now, this isn't about pride. If you're on to a whole bunch of shit now and in the future, then we can get rid of all this stuff. We get rid of all this stuff and there's just nothing now. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You replace the names of all these tribes and all these teams and all these warriors and stuff, and now it's just, how often do we sit around and go, what are the American Indians up to? What's going on? When am I going to get? When are they going to get my new iPhone?
Your argument is to not erase them from the culture.
You can be erased from the culture from the past if you're doing a bunch of shit in the present and the future. But if it's no present, no future, then you take the past and now that's it.
Yeah.
Sad, but I'm in the
you're in
the truth-telling
change
department.
the name back camp.
I'm in the change the name back. Yeah.
What about the Cleveland Cleveland Indians, the Cleveland something?
I don't. Well,
Guardians.
also,
Thanks.
You're presuming that Indian is like a pejorative.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
I don't
the guys
think
I
so.
met,
It's just Indian. You're an Indian. I don't know. If it was Irishman, it'd be Irishman. If it was Italians, it'd be Italians.
But they added all the syllables Native American. And
I know. Look. First things first. Okay. Let's say you have a kid, and that kid's struggling. Kid's got diabetes. Kid has substance abuse issues. Kid has poverty and education problems. And real big time problems, like American Indians, right? And then I go to my kid who's struggling with his weight, with his diabetes, with his self-esteem, with substance abuse, with poverty, and I just go, hey, Mark. And he goes, yeah, Dad. And I go, your name's now Fred. And he goes, okay. And I go, my work is done. And then I leave. Did I help him? Did I help that kid who's morbidly obese, has pre-diabetic suffering, and has a lot of substance abuse? Did I help him by changing his name? I don't think I've helped him. I don't think.
No.
But I feel like I've done something, and then I get to leave. If you want to do something for these fucking people, do something for these fucking people. Teach them all trades. Get them all set up shop class on the reservation or something. But you fucking arguing about their name doesn't do shit for them. It's a bunch of fucking white chicks who are too fucking lazy to go actually physically do anything. So they argue about this. It's Latinx. Okay, you're not doing anything, bitch.
The phone, Lord, you used to have to buy a 2-cent stamp at least. Now you can just ding, 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 and then project your opinion out there, and then TikTok amplified that, and the algorithm got us. Algorithm got us.
I come from a whole group of do-nothing nudniks who just like they can talk about everything. But no, going down to the reservation, using your own money and building a wood shop is expensive, but it would be something, but it would benefit them versus arguing over the name that they don't even care about.
I think you just came across a name accidentally. I think we should change it to the Washington Nudniks. But it is kind of expert level trolling where they go.
I'm down with the Washington
because it is the W. It is the W on the helmet, like they said.
Yeah.
And they capitalized it in that tweet. I imagine outside of the NFL, when discussing NFL games, we're going to hear the Washington whatevers all season long.
He coined it for real.
Yeah. Again, just putting the first letter of the state or the city or the town starts in on the side of the helmet. Tennessee, Nebraska, let's see, Stanford is an S. Sorry, I need a fucking logo.
Yeah.
I need some fighting something, some Badger.
How you feel about Wisconsin? The helmets have the W, but
yeah, they got a good Badger name, but they got the W. You got to do. Now we have the W on Washington and Wisconsin. See what happens here. Boring. All right.
Bill Cosby says that Malcolm-Jamal Warner's death feels like his son's murder. Yeah, he's reacting to the sudden death of Cosby Show Malcolm-Jamal Warner.
Yeah.
Taking it back to the time of his life when his son got shot.
Yeah, man.
During a botched robbery.
I was right there when that went down.
I know, I didn't even get his wallet.
His son was, shit. Let's see. Cosby's Ennis. Ennis was his son's name. Now, Ennis was just off the 405 up on Skirball, Mulholland there, and 12:30 at night, this car broke down, like got a flat tire, got out of the car. Some dude just 12:30 at night on a Tuesday just rolled up on him, just shot him.
Apparently it was a robbery gone wrong, so I guess he's like, I don't know, didn't give up.
Yeah, but here's the whole thing about the whole robbery. It was a target of opportunity. The guy just was driving down Mulholland, saw a guy broke down, and was like, oh, okay, well, I'll take this guy's wallet. And he just shot him. And the guy ended up being like a Russian gangbanger, and he was like 19 or something. It was the most senseless thing. First of all, Bill Cosby's got all the money in the world back then. Son was like a school teacher or something. It wasn't in show business or anything.
Is that a Russian? A Russian got him? A gangster just popped him?
I have a theory.
Okay.
So we sit around and you go, Jesus Christ, here's how little regard you have for life. This guy gets a flat tire at 12:20 at night, gets out of his car, and you just drive by and go, oh, I'm just going to execute him. And I'll get $40 out of it. 18-year-old Mikhail Markasev. I think the Russians are fucking racist.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think they look at a black guy as a human being. Mm-hmm. I don't think if he was blue-eyed and blonde, he would have just executed him like a fucking animal on the side of the freeway. Mm-hmm. Also, probably a lot of propaganda about these guys are all gangbangers or something like that, the black guys. And, criminals.
Well, the guy's
and stuff.
18. I could see this guy turning on him, Ennis, like going, hey, no, and resisting, and this guy have no choice but to cap him.
Well, I feel there's always a choice.
Right? I mean, there's a choice, but this guy will snatch my gun from me. I'm an 18-year-old Russian kid. You know what I'm saying? It could be.
I don't know if he ever...
Or just nervous.
I don't think he wrestled with him or anything. No. I just think he just shot him. Oh. They call it botched robbery, but I don't think it was a botched robbery. I think he just said, like, give me your wallet, and Ennis said no, and he just shot him.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
I mean, he's in prison, been in prison since then. They caught him immediately. He worked at a pottery store down the street from my house in North Hollywood.
A pottery gangster?
There's a place called Mainly Seconds, and it was a weird place that sold like everything and pottery and stuff, and everyone ended up working there for like 6 months because you have the answer to this. Anyway, it is weird when Malcolm-Jamal Warner, when the kids in a sitcom, because they become like siblings, because you feel like you grow up with them.
Yeah. And he died of accidental drowning in Costa Rica on Sunday.
Yeah, what happened, Dawson?
He's
Do you
on
have
vacation
that?
with his daughter.
Oh.
Yeah. Super heavy.
Ennis Cosby, the only son of comedian Bill Cosby, murdered January 16, 1997, near Interstate 405 in Los Angeles. Shot in the head by 18-year-old Mikhail Markashev in a failed robbery attempt. They're saying Cosby's death resulted in media coverage. Subsequently, Markashev was tried and convicted on first-degree murder and attempted robbery, sentenced to life in prison the following month.
Yeah. By the way, it's been coming up on 30 years. We just have to pay for this guy to be incarcerated to grow up in prison.
Yeah.
It's essentially what it is.